So this is the Lenovo YOGA AIO 7.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like
We're used to seeing very thin and sleek devices from the Lenovo YOGA line, but it is an AIO or an all-in-one desktop device. Okay, so over here we have the technical specifications of the YOGA AIO 7, as well as the SRP or standard retail price. I'm not exactly sure why this is included in the package. Is this supposed to be a display unit or a store unit? I don't know. This is the power adapter, 150 watts. Over here we have a USB-C to USB-C cable, USB Type-C webcam with a built-in physical privacy slider. Wireless Bluetooth mouse, very nice. Chiclet keyboard. It's not a mechanical keyboard, it's a membrane type keyboard. The F1 and F2 key doubles as your audio control. You can also manually mute the mic using the F4 and your function key right here. There's a USB Type-C port. Okay, so I put it flat on the floor and I'm gonna try to take it out. So this thing is supposed to weigh around 17 kilos. Feels like it weighs a lot more, but keep in mind this is the entire PC. It has the display and the CPU and all the components built into it. So let's go ahead with the review. 1, 2, 3. All right, there you go, guys. Wow, it actually looks much sleeker in person, and the back is so sexy. I'm gonna try to turn it over for you to see. So this is the rear panel, and as you can see, you have the Yoga logo. And if you look at the bottom of the rear panel, you have all the I/O ports nicely lined up. So you have a power port, a super speed USB Type A, 2 of them, USB Type A ports, a physical LAN port, 2 USB Type A ports, as well as an HDMI port. And over to the side, oh, it is a JBL branded speaker apparently. The loudspeaker systems were designed with JBL. And you have a USB Type-C port right here, another super speed USB Type A port, as well as a 3.5 millimeter audio jack. So the USB Type-C port doesn't have the Thunderbolt logo printed on it, which means it is not Thunderbolt compatible, although it does have the icon of a monitor printed below it, which probably means that it supports the DP or display port standard. Over here, there's a series of vents for cooling, and at the top, I just noticed that there is this rubber, which is probably where the USB Type-C webcam is supposed to go. I'm gonna try to connect the webcam. All right, fits perfectly. Over to the other side of the panel, you have the same series of vents, and over here you have the power button. Then you have 3 physical buttons, an up, a down button, and a return button, which I'm guessing allows you to control the on-screen display on the monitor. Okay, so machine's plugged in. I just hit the power button and the LED indicator just glowed white. There it is. Let's see how fast this thing boots up. And meanwhile, I'm gonna connect the keyboard. Oh, it's already that fast? Okay. Yeah, I've been touching the screen for a while now, but I don't see any visible fingerprints. The amount of brightness, the colors are actually quite good. And I can see myself using the display to work on creative stuff for photography and video editing. So if you look right here, if I press the small button to the left edge of the display, it calls up the selection or the switch, and this is the cast mode. This allows you to connect to the monitor by casting the screen of your device. Could be a tablet, could be a phone. Just scan on this QR code, follow the directions so that you can connect to the screen wirelessly. It's a WiDi or wireless display. Next, you have the Type-C DP or display port, which validates or guessed earlier that the port or USB Type-C port to the side with the monitor printed on it is a DP port, and it allows you to connect any DP or an external machine like a laptop that supports DP via USB Type-C and use this display as your secondary or external display. And it is a very sweet looking display. You also have built-in speakers by JBL, and that takes us to the next thing that I like about this machine, and I think it's better for me to just show you. Okay, watch. So this is about as far as it can go, but
Standing in the red inside a payphone, just wanna break no.
then see, you can actually rotate the display about 90 degrees and it turns into portrait mode. Keep in mind though that you won't be able to raise and lower the height of the monitor, so you just have to keep it in place and then turn it, give it a push, and then go back to landscape mode. Now, as far as performance is concerned, you're gonna get pretty much what you expect from a desktop machine. This is equipped with a Ryzen 5 5600H CPU, as you can see right here. It has 16 gigs of memory, DDR4, 512 gigs of SSD, and 1 terabyte of HDD, which is pretty substantial, although I would be interested to know if there was a way to sort of extend or upgrade this beyond what you have in its built-in internal storage. So that would require us to open the back of the panel, which we're not going to do so right now. Now we're going to go and play some videos on Netflix so that you can get an idea of the video quality that you can expect from the AIO 7 as well as the audio quality. Although I am using a lapel mic, I'll try to increase the volume so that it can pick up the sound that's coming from the soundbar.
10,
I'm showing the display properties page, and as you can see, it runs at a native resolution of 3840 by 2860. So you're getting that sweet native 4K resolution, a native refresh rate of 60 hertz, and you can see that right here. It also supports HDR streaming, and I'm gonna show it to you right now. So over here you can see that this display is capable of playing streaming HDR video. We're gonna end this video by saying that the Lenovo YOGA AIO 7 is a very pretty and beautiful machine. I hate to say Apple because we're always like comparing very nice minimalistic industrial design to Apple, but I am getting Apple iMac vibes out of it. It is a Windows machine and it runs on Ryzen, which is very sweet. It has a 4K HDR capable display, and I can totally see this machine being used in a creative studio or at any type of workplace which requires, you know, a desktop rather than a laptop. And you have a very nice 27-inch display as well for only 89,995 pesos. Compared to the desktop though, the Lenovo AIO 7 is still extremely compact. It has a very small footprint. So if you're in a situation where you have very limited space or in an office with very small cubicles, I can totally see you having this machine in order to maximize the amount of real estate that you have in your office. The main limitation of pre-built devices such as this is serviceability. You're not going to be able to easily upgrade the internal components on your own. It will be best if you send it to Lenovo for servicing or just take advantage of that 3-year warranty. I think the internal components are powerful enough to last at least 5 to 10 years without the need for any upgrading. The only thing that I would try to upgrade would be the RAM. You may want to upgrade that to 32 gigs if you're going to be using a lot of memory intensive applications. I mean, even thin clients like Chrome can eat up a lot of RAM if you leave them running, if you have a lot of tabs open. I actually missed the part where there's a receiver inside the mouse, so I'll just show it to you guys in case you run into similar problems in the future. So you can open the back of the mice or the top cover of the mouse, and you will be able to get access to the receiver. You can connect the receiver to one of the USB type A ports. So guys, if you have any questions, we'd love to hear them. Just drop them in the comment section below. Please continue supporting our channel by subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that you will be notified every time we make a new upload. So once again, this has been Kuya Den for Tech Kuya, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Paalam.
Now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain